Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Born in Africa, and yes, it's a bunch of animal babies. It's a docuseries from National Geographic, of course. It's from 2018. It's 3 episodes. Each are about 44 minutes long each. And yeah, you're sitting out in this African savannah once again. And by the way, there's no shortage of African-based documentaries about the creatures who live all across that verdant land. So yeah, sometimes it ventures into dealing with the weather and the migration patterns and the encroachment of humanity on those lands, but there is not a human to be found in this. Thankfully, there's also no... Okay, they do name like 1 or 2 of the characters. One is called Fearless, another one's called Princess, but it's not like... Okay, maybe we are following them over 3 episodes as they grow up. But it's, again, it's not like it's a whole, I don't know, forced narrative. Is it? It could be a forced narrative. I only watched the first episode, and yeah, it was pretty much along the lines of what we've seen before. Not that it's bad or anything. The quality, the shots of just the animals so close up, and I know they were shot from so far away, but man, and some of them were done, like in stationary cameras hidden along, some of their spots, I think, but some are so close up, and you get to see so much detail of these adorable animals. These are little hyenas, I think. Yeah, they're little baby hyenas. They're treacherous, terrible creatures as grown-ups, but they're adorable here. And yeah, you get to see lions, hyenas, meerkats, cheetahs, mothers often having to have give birth to their babies in secret in order to keep them away from the predatory males who would defile and eat them. Yeah, that's just fun. It's nature, but it's just sad. And just a warning, by the end of the first episode, even though they do not show it, at least one of the creatures that we've been following does not make it. And for reasons I just explained. But for the most part, they intertwine a lot of the stories between the different creatures about how they just are born, how they feed, how they change. Some of them were born blind. Some of them just never leave the hidden nest for so long, and some are a little bit braver than others as they make their way out and form their personalities and become a little bit more adventurous than their siblings and create just sort of live a life that is incredibly stacked against them. Again, there's a lot of these animals do not make it past their first year. And that's information I got from a completely different documentary. But in this case, it fits here as well. But yeah, you get to see that they're all just so fuzzy and adorable, and you want to hug them all. And even the lions, who are just like, after like a month or so, they're like 9 pounds, and they're probably deadly to a certain degree, but they're just adorable. You would never get close to them because Mama would destroy you. And you get to see some of the characters, the cheetahs, and they take down a creature and kill it, and we're gonna have dinner. Well, the lion comes along and says, no, that's ours. And yeah, the cheetah knows better, even though they're faster. The power-wise, they won't stand up very well against a lion mother. Yeah. So it's all about, it's another story of survival. It's seeing these adorable creatures realizing that at any given moment they are in a state of terror. They're in a state of vulnerability that is, well, it's nature. That's just the way it all works out. And yeah, they lean in on the cuteness in the shots. They lean in on telling what it's like to grow up to be born and grow up in Africa. By the way, this is like a sister connection to the Born in China docu-series also. There might be another one somewhere, but we get a lot of the animals in China and Africa. They should be doing something in the Amazon. But I have a feeling that's a little bit rougher territory in some cases, that humans may not be able to set up so easily in the jungle to get something that won't kill them. Yeah. So this is definitely for those who just love cute, fuzzy animals, and you want to follow the story and the experience of seeing them just romp around adorably. It's utterly adorable, but it is, like I said, it's very much framed with the fact that they're not guaranteed a tomorrow in a very real sense, because there's a lot out to get them, whether it's a predator bird flying over the meerkats. The little Fearless guy, his name is Fearless, they call him Fearless, he's tiny and adorable, and he's ready to go search out new things further away from the pack than anybody else in the meerkat family. And the bird gets real close, but he's clever. He's clever. So I'll tell you that the meerkat survives. So the meerkat is not the one we lose in the first episode. I do not doubt there might be more lost in the other 2 episodes, but yeah. It's really all I could say. This is either definitely something you really want to enjoy because of just the adorableness of these cute, adorable, little, adorable animals, or just like, no, it's not exciting. But hey, you make your choice, and you live with it, unlike some of these animals. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 20. Wow, we're staying low. What do we got here? 20. Oh, okay. All right, we're doing another documentary. I don't know if it's a docu-series or documentary, but we did one related to this, also from National Geographic, not too long ago. But this is a completely different documentary from what we just saw here. So I like the fact that even though there's a huge variety of documentaries on Disney Plus from National Geographic and other places, that there's so many different things. It's you're going to get a lot of African stuff. You're going to get a lot of science and space stuff. But at least so far as my situation, it's mixed pretty well, and I don't get a lot of the same thing back to back, unlike sharks, which we took care of in mass. But that's another story for another day. Episode 1500 and 1769, that covers all the shark stuff. Well, at least everything that I didn't already have before that, because we were getting so many shark things. There is so many shark things on Disney Plus from National Geographic, and some of them don't need to exist. So I just sort of did a compilation of, I watched a little bit of each one of the shark things, got the gist of it, and came back and did some of my longest episodes ever, but I'm just covering everything. And I realize there's a lot of redundancy. I think they use a lot of the same footage and just overly dramatize it to do the shark stuff. But neither here nor there. Tomorrow's episode is Apollo Back to the Moon. So the first one was Trips to the Moon or something, and this one is Back to the Moon. Apollo Back to the Moon is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.